Part of the discussion of climate change at the first Republican primary debate, Ginger Zee now reports on how rhetoric around climate change science became so polarizing and what it means for the 2024 race.
It's often seen as one of the most divisive issues in American politics.
Drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear.
Even though scientists have been warning for years that human activity, primarily burning fossil fuels, is warming our planet.
So with 99% confidence, we can state that the warming during this time period is a real warming trend.
Science also shows that those emissions are amplifying natural events like longer, more intense heat waves.
We're talking about all-time records being smashed.
Prolonged drought and increasingly intense hurricanes.
We are seeing things happen and change that are clearly unprecedented in many millennia. It's because of what we've been doing to the atmosphere. It's because of the burning of fossil fuels and the increases in greenhouse gases.
Still, Republicans and Democrats disagree on the scientific consensus. In 2023, 88% of Democrats attribute rising temperatures to human activities, compared to 66% of independents and only 3 in 10 Republicans. But climate change hasn't always been partisan. In 1992, President George H.W. Bush went to Rio de Janeiro to support the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, a major step toward international cooperation.
Our commitment to action did not begin and will not end with Rio.
And it's in that period after Rio, I would say between about 1992 and 1995, that we begin to see a political division where liberals and Democrats say, yes, this is a problem we need to act on, but conservatives and Republicans begin to say, well, I don't know, the science isn't settled.
Meanwhile, talk radio hosts like the late Rush Limbaugh waged attacks on climate science.
I can produce as many scientists who say that there's not global warming as they can produce scientists who say there is.
As awareness of global warming grew, the issue began to take center stage in presidential politics.
I think that in this 21st century, we will soon see the consequences of what's called global warming.
Global warming needs to be taken very seriously, and I take it seriously. But science, there's differing opinions.
George W. is a complicated figure because, like his father, he, on the campaign trail, expressed his commitment to doing something about climate change. But once in office, went the other way.
Frank Luntz advised Republicans that climate change was not a winning issue for the party in the early 2000s and suggested back then in a memo that they, quote, continue to make the lack of scientific certainty a primary issue. He now says that Republicans need to move on.
And if I were looking the Republicans straight in the eye right now, I would say, stop following these ideas and start legislating.
In 2006, the film An Inconvenient Truth made shockwaves, adding to public concern and polarization.
You're getting great reviews, good box office so far. What exactly do you hope to achieve with it?
I hope to get the message about the climate crisis to more people in a shorter period of time. I've been trying to tell this story for 30 years, and the debate in the science community is over.
And so we see in the 2000s and 2010s the Republican Party becoming more aggressively anti-scientific.
Is global warming a fact, and is it human activity that is causing global warming?
Well, those are the two key questions. I think there's an emerging consensus that we do have global warming. I mean, you can look at the data in that, and I think clearly we're in a period of warming where there does not appear to be a consensus, or where it begins to break down is the extent to which that's part of a normal cycle versus the extent to which it's caused by man.
As the Republican Party dug in, the Obama administration cemented climate change as a key part of its legacy, signing the U.S. into the global Paris Climate Agreement.
I believe this moment can be a turning point for the world.
That same year, Republicans sending a very different message.
We keep hearing that 2014 has been the warmest year on record. I asked the chair, you know what this is? It's a snowball. It's very, very cold out.
When former President Trump was elected, he made a point to undo Obama-era climate policies.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord
Even when the U.S. released a major climate report in 2018, Trump cast doubt on its findings, and a subsequent push for action led to more gridlock.
This is such a major watershed moment.
This is a government power grab.
Now, a new generation of Republicans are trying to gain momentum, arguing that the party can no longer be associated with climate denial.
Our planet needs a pro-environmental agenda from Republicans. If we don't get that, we are going to fall behind as a party and we're going to fall behind as a country.
Luntz says the current polarized political environment and lack of trust makes consensus on the issue a major challenge.
Make no mistake, for voters under age 30, the environment is one of their top 2 or 3 issues. It may not matter to some in their 60s and 70s, but it absolutely matters to that first and second time voter, and that's where Democrats have the advantage.
As President Biden continues to emphasize his environmental priorities, the 2024 campaign will be key in shaping the climate conversation. For This Week, Ginger Zee, ABC News, New York.
Thanks to Ginger Zee. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.